get the hint, and I think he handled it really well. I mean, he obviously put his own relationship on the line to save Liv's ass. But I think now that he knows all of us as characters are going to be hanging out more in one space. I think we'll be able to have a safe haven going to Liv's house. And I guess Peyton's too, because now she's back as roommate, and having these conversations and kind of game planning. Okay, what are we going to do next? Are we going to let this epidemic, this uprising happen, or are we going to keep this a secret for as long as we possibly can? Because they truly don't know how well they're going to be received by humans. I mean, yeah, I would be able to receive them as regular people still, but that's only because my best friend happens to be a zombie, and so I'm a little biased in that scenario.
Your team zombie.
Yeah, right.
Do you want to become a zombie?
Sorry?
Do you want to become a zombie?
It's funny. I kind of wanted to at the beginning of the show, and now I kind of like being a human. I'm like, you know what? I take being a human for granted. Yeah, I think it's interesting to keep certain characters a human for the entirety of the show, however many seasons we do go, instead of everybody kind of turning into a zombie at one point or the other and then getting cured or not. I kind of prefer it that way. Even though it would be fun to do like the contacts, the red eyes, and the blood and stuff, but yeah.
Is it going to go back and talk more about the romance? Like we're going to get more involved
yes.
in this season?
Yeah, we're going to get back to really Peyton deciding, I think, again, which she's kind of been doing since season 2 now because of Blaine coming into the picture, who she ends up actually wanting to be with or wanting to have a real relationship with. I think that her heart definitely says Ravi because there's that friendship, there's that solid rapport that they have. But I think with Blaine, she just happens to be physically attracted to him, and I think his charm and the fact that he's kind of a bad boy and very much the opposite type that she would usually go for, I think that that's intriguing to her. I'm kind of team Ravi, but I really have a lot of fun with David Anders, and he's a great scene partner, so I can't complain. It's fun to have scenes with both of them, and to see what the writers end up writing for us. It's great. It's nice to be surprised too and be like, oh, they're kind of going down this direction now. Now we're changing directions. Now it's this way.
Will there be some fun competition between those two?
Oh yeah, I think for sure. I think Ravi is regretting the fact that he didn't go in there and actually save Payne's life. But I think also, he's not undead, and he knows that he could have gotten shot. And I think that there was a part of him too that let Blaine take that opportunity and save the day. And I think that was just him also being scared and not knowing what to do and not being the tough guy. And so yeah, when you see him kind of watch them have that moment and embrace at the end of the season, I think he really realizes maybe I kind of blew it. And there must be some sort of a relationship between the two of them because Blaine would have been willing to risk his life for Peyton if she didn't mean something to him.
What are some other things you want to see Peyton explore? We saw her with the boss story and things like that. What else do you want to play her? Or have you talked to Robin and Diana?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if we saw a little bit of her family. We've never met any of her family, parents, if there's a sibling, I don't know. And I think, seeing her and Liv and Clive work together on some of these cases. We've had a little bit of crossover this past season where, she's handling a case and she thinks that she's onto the right guy and ends up being completely wrong. And Liv was right the whole time. So we've seen a little bit of that, but I think we'll see more as the season continues where, she's able to take a case that crosses her desk as a DA and help Liv and get information from Liv through her visions.
Did you anticipate that there would be that finale? Could you picture that from the first season to this season? That it would change so drastically that?
Not really. I mean, I think we all were just open to whatever the writers were going to do when it came to that end finale. And I think for us, we were really surprised by how much action there was because we do have action in our show, but it's not every episode, it's like every few episodes, and so we were like, oh, there's actual a full-on zombie fight, and so yeah, I think that was the most fun, and the fact that it was kind of gory and there was blood and stuff, which you don't have every episode. I guess maybe you kind of do with the dead bodies, but But yeah, I think we all were stoked that there was so much action. I mean, I was just basically kidnapped, so I was like duct taped the whole time. But that was still fun. You know, I was just kind of mute on set that day.
Otherwise, you'd be in the mix.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.